I never intended to hurt you. I never intended to be the reason you can barely sleep at night. You grew accustomed to rolling over to me, laying there. I never intended to leave that space in your bed. Just enough room for a knockoff version of me, only good enough to remind you of what we had. I never intended to take the magic from your greetings. Lately, you sound like glass against a chalkboard, just a screech that lingers. I never intended to alter the size of your steps. No matter where you go, you're always late because you can't help but linger, hoping I'll follow you. I never intended to shrink you. Nothing quite fits anymore, so you just drape yourself and I don't give a fuck, hoping you'll appear a little less broken. We've had countless battle nights. No matter how hard we try to speak the same language, we just can't seem to understand each other. Then we wake up to Sodom and Gomorrah days. As much as it hurts me to admit I destroyed you. Instead of seeing what we could fix, I focus on what was broken. Your amens weren't as loud as your stumbles and fumbles, so I made you out to be a mistake when really you were a garden begging to be weeded. Somewhere in between admiring you daily to barely noticing when I walk past you, I've forgotten how truly priceless you are. Allowing dust to collect like ornaments boxed up and stored away, only to be put on display during the holidays. I never intended to make you a trophy, an object, a matter of belonging. I never intended to own you. I never intended to breathe around you instead of sharing the air you sucked as if it were my last. I never intended to ask you for one last chance. I never intended for my last chance to really be my last chance. I never intended for us to return to you and I. I never intended to write so many poems about you. I never intended for such a dynamic love story to end in such a glum, oh well, and if I could take all these good intentions and add them together, then maybe you could see how less of me I am without you, but you know better by now. Good intentions are never good enough for the intended, and when we come down to it, all we've ever been good for was good intentions. Thank you.